Hey there, Marcus Hutzel here. In this video, I wanted to go over a seemingly simple but kind of complicated audio quandary that I had recently for my work in live event production. I'm out in California doing an event in a large convention center, and the client wanted to have a tour guide wear a headset microphone and have the attendees follow them through the venue, upstairs, downstairs, and in all parts of the venue while listening to that tour guide on wireless headphones. These are often called silent disco headphones. They come with a transmitter, and you can connect hundreds of headphones to the same transmitter as long as they're in range of the transmitter. These operate usually in the 900 megahertz and up portion of the wireless frequency spectrum, and the range from the headphones to the transmitter can vary, but you can get up to 900 feet with good line of sight. Now, some of these kits have a little microphone on where you could just carry this and talk into it, but it's really not that great audio quality. So almost all of these systems have some sort of auxiliary audio input via RCA inputs, or in this case via a 3.5 millimeter stereo audio input, so you can feed in audio from an audio mixer, or what I'm going to do actually is feed in audio from this wireless microphone receiver, which has a wireless microphone transmitter. This is a Sennheiser unit. This is the transmitter, this is a receiver. These are great for being mobile. They're both powered by AA batteries, and they've been used for years and years by audio professionals doing news gathering and movies and on small camera rigs. So it was perfect for this application to feed the audio from the receiver into this silent disco transmitter. So we just put the audio output from the receiver into the audio input of the transmitter for the silent disco system, and then I can have hundreds of people put these headphones on and follow the person around that might be carrying this transmitter unit and be able to hopefully enjoy the tour of the facility. The problem is that the audio quality that you get from transmitter to headphones, and probably just the quality of the speakers in most of these headphones, is really not very good. They're great for listening to music. After all, they are silent disco systems. That's kind of what they're meant for. But when you need to feed speech or someone's voice into these systems, I've found that it's just really hard to hear. The audio quality is not there, so I needed to make this system better. And real quick, I want to switch over to using the microphone that I wanted the tour guide to wear. Just a small headset mic, goes over the ear, and then the microphone element comes right down here near the mouth. And this type of microphone, which you're not hearing just yet, but I'll switch over to it in a second, this type of microphone with the element right here by the person's mouth gives us much more clarity of that person speaking versus using something like a lavalier mic, because if we had a lavalier mic, that would go down here below the chin and it would just be more muffled overall, especially listening on headsets at times. So I wanted to use a headset mic, and give me a second, let me switch over to letting you hear this microphone. All right, so here's the sound of the Apex headset microphone going through the Sennheiser G4 wireless transmitter over to the receiver, and I have the receiver plugged directly into the 3.5 millimeter input of the Sony a7 IV. So basically this is un-EQ'd and raw audio. So this is just how the microphone itself sounds running on a UHF radio frequency transmitter and receiver kit. So check, 1, 2, 3, 4. I will talk a little more so you can just hear how this microphone sounds and get used to how it sounds without any EQ, without any noise filters here in the small room where I'm recording. And this is how the microphone sounds. And now, since you can't actually put these headphones on and listen to the audio because you're watching this video, I will EQ the audio now to simulate what I hear in my own ears when listening to this microphone going through the same RF transmitter receiver kit, but then plugged into the wireless transmitter for this silent disco system. So once again, you have to imagine that I have this plugged into this, and this is basically roughly how it sounds with this still really great quality microphone feeding audio into this transmitter kit. That is just the audio quality, or at least the simulated audio quality that you're hearing when you're listening through the headphones that come with systems like this. And remember that the attendees wearing these headphones listening to this lower quality audio are in a large space, a convention center. Now, convention centers have hard floors, lots of concrete, it's reverberant, it's loud usually with a lot of attendees, and you need to be able to overcome the worse frequency response of systems like this, in addition to overcoming the loudness of the environment. And all those sounds of a loud environment are almost always going to get through any pair of headphones to your ear a little bit, so that will also affect what the attendees hear. So this is kind of the problem I needed to address and make this sound better when someone is giving a tour and all the attendees really need to hear exactly what they're talking about rather than just listening to music over these headphones. Again, these are great for just listening to music on a wireless, silent disco system, but what do you do when you need speech? Well, you have to EQ this somehow. You need to take out some of the frequencies that you don't want to hear, and you need to add in some of the frequencies that you do want to hear. But how do you do that when you need to be mobile and walk around? This is wireless, this is battery powered. This is wireless, this is battery powered, and the headphones are wireless, they're battery powered. And even though the transmitter itself is battery powered, it has an internal battery here in the transmitter. You can see it's on and it's working. It also has a 12 volt DC input, so you could actually power this with a V-mount battery that has a 12 volt DC output port, or maybe an NPF battery and battery plate that has a 12 volt DC output port. And I've run across other brands that also have an inbuilt battery in the transmitter, so the transmitter itself can be mobile. And some of those I've seen have a 9 volt DC input, which is not going to work because if you feed something like a 12 volt DC output from a V-mount battery into that, you're going to fry it. So in that case, you could just get a 12 volt to 9 volt step down converter. These are really inexpensive, and you can just convert the 12 volt output from your battery down to 9 volts for those competing transmitters that might have a different voltage input. All right, so the question then becomes, how do you make this sound better when you're using these silent disco systems when you need to be mobile? Because if you are stationary, you can run the audio from this headset and its wireless receiver through a small audio mixer and use the EQ on the mixer. The problem is most mixers aren't battery powerable, or at least not very easily or very portably battery powerable. You'd have to maybe roll around a cart with a power station that has a battery in it, and I wanted one person to be able to carry this without much effort but still be able to EQ it. So I started looking up mobile EQ or mobile equalizer or portable equalizer, and I didn't really come up with a lot, and I really wasn't familiar with any sort of portable EQ. I'd never used one. I did come across, I think, a Behringer model that has a 12 volt DC input, so I could have powered that model with, again, a V-mount battery or an NPF battery and battery plate, but that was still kind of bulky. So I just kept searching, and I came across a solution that I hadn't thought of because I'd never seen this feature on these devices, and that is using a field recorder. Now, you can't use any field recorder, but this is the Tascam Portacapture X8, and I have used this recorder before as a recorder, and obviously it is battery powered like most audio field recorders, but this Portacapture X8 actually has an equalizer built in, and you can apply that equalizer to any channels, and you do not have to be recording with it. I didn't need to record this audio. I just needed some sort of mobile equalizer unit that I could carry along with the silent disco transmitter unit and along with the receiver. This is the transmitter. The receiver is taped to my tripod right now, but it's the same size as the transmitter. So all I would need to do is carry these three things. I'm completely wireless and completely mobile. I just have to hook them up and run the audio from this transmitter through the Portacapture X8, use the EQ, and then run the output of the Portacapture X8 over to the silent disco transmitter, and we should get much better audio. And again, because I can't actually let you hear what that audio sounds like coming out of these headphones, I will simulate it. So let me get this hooked up, give it a listen myself on my headphones so that I can have something to actually EQ the audio in this video so you can hear the before and after of the at least simulated audio in this video with this setup. All right, so I just wanted to walk through real quick the physical connection of all these devices. This part obviously isn't that hard. We've got our wireless microphone transmitter pack with microphone, and that's what the tour guide will wear. We'll just push that up here and out of the way for now. And most of these small cinema-style wireless microphone receivers typically have a 3.5 millimeter stereo output, so that's what we'll use here, and we'll connect it to the Tascam. Now, this field recorder has a 3.5 millimeter external in, and that's what I'm going to use. You can adapt the 3.5 millimeter output of your receiver over to XLR and use the XLR inputs on this recorder, but XLR connectors are obviously larger, and I wanted to keep all of the cabling in the entire kit as small as possible, so I'm going to use the 3.5 millimeter input on the Tascam X8. So let's plug that in. And the Tascam X8 also has a 3.5 millimeter stereo output, so I'll take another 3.5 millimeter TRS cable, go from the output of the Tascam to the input of the silent disco transmitter. And that's really it for the physical connections. All right, now since I'm using the 3.5 millimeter input on the Portacapture X8, we'll need to actually route it into one of the recordable channels because it's not set up that way by default. So I'm in manual mode on the X8, and we'll touch the three little lines up here in the top left corner.
Then on the left side of the pop-up menu, we'll choose Input Select. And now we'll need to choose which track we want the 3.5mm input to be recorded to. So I'm just going to choose tracks 3 and 4. And when I touch that, you can see that it gives me options of which inputs to route to tracks 3 and 4. And by default, it's routing the XLR inputs 3 and 4 to tracks 3 and 4. So all I have to do is change which input goes to those tracks, and I'll choose EXT in for that external input. And now the 3.5mm input should be routed to tracks 3 and 4. But you'll also need to go to the input menu and record enable the tracks. Even though we aren't recording, you have to record enable the tracks for the recorder to actually see the audio you're feeding into your inputs. You can see here in the middle, EXT is not red, and when I scratch on the microphone, we do not see any audio meters moving. And as soon as I record enable the track by touching the EXT here, now you can see that when I scratch the microphone that we're getting input into the Portacapture X8, which means it should be routed to the output as well at this point. And I will cover how to set up the equalizer here in a bit.
So the last part of this is how to actually carry all this stuff so it's not like, in my way. And although all of these devices have belt clips, you can just clip it on your belt. I thought that was a little cumbersome, so I just got one of these kind of inexpensive, tactical chest packs, and we're gonna put it all in here, and all this equipment will sit right in front of us. We have access to it. We can see the transmitter, we can see the EQ if we need to make changes. So let me get all this situated and hooked up. All right, so we have our microphone transmitter, which I'm just gonna put aside for now because again, our talent will be wearing that. And we have our wireless microphone receiver, and I decided to put that on the inside of this first zipper pocket right here. And I put it on the inside of the pocket so that when I look down, I can actually see the front of the receiver and just see how the batteries are doing or any other information I need to read off of that. We'll grab our tascam recorder, go into the 3.5mm external end of the recorder, and then of course out of the 3.5mm output of the recorder and over to our DJ transmitter unit. But I'm going to kind of put this in first. And I know it's hard to see because I'm wearing a black shirt and this is a black pouch, but we've got the zipper pocket, kind of a big pocket in the front where I've got the receiver. I have a little bitty pocket up here where I'm going to put extra batteries, and then I've got a bigger pocket where I can put the tascam, and I can put the silent disco transmitter in there next to the tascam. So I'll grab my red cable that's coming out of the tascam and just go into the input of the silent disco system, and we'll face this towards me as well. Again, so when it's in there, I can look down right here and I can see everything on the screens of both the tascam and the silent disco transmitter. And I was a little afraid that with this being a touchscreen, the tascam is a touchscreen, that things might get changed in the bag. But the good thing about this recorder and most field recorders is that there's a hold button. So once you get everything set, you can just put this little slider in the hold position, and then you can't touch the screen, you can't do anything with the buttons, so it just protects all of your settings. We'll put those in there. We'll zip it up a little bit on the sides, tuck our cables in, and there we have our little mobile walk around unit. Put our microphone on. And I'm gonna have to play tour guide and listener in this test because I'm the only one here filming this. But I do highly recommend that your talent wear a pair of these same headphones that all of the attendees are wearing. It will let them hear themselves better, especially being in a loud environment. They're not sure if they're talking loud enough or if they're talking too loud, and make sure that your technician operating this equipment is also wearing the same headphones so they can hear as well if there are any problems, and make EQ adjustments so they can make sure everything sounds good for the attendees. And just to clarify the setup and how I deployed this, again, I did not have the talent or the tour guide wearing this. I had the talent or the tour guide wearing their wireless microphone transmitter. This is a Rode one I had to switch for the end of this video. So the tour guide was only wearing their microphone in their ear, a small wireless transmitter, and a pair of headphones, while I had another technician follow them around in this. Now, of course, you could just make this a one-person system if your talent is okay wearing this, or if you were the tour guide, which I'm going to pretend to do now so I can show you the effects of the equalizer. So what I'm going to do in this video edit, I'm going to take the EQ in DaVinci Resolve, and I'm going to once again simulate the sound that I heard coming out of those silent disco headsets while I talk in the microphone, and while I go over here to the Tascam and pull up the EQ and show you that it in fact does work. And up until this point, you were hearing me on the Rode microphone on top of my camera. Now you're hearing me through the headset mic going through our system. So we'll go to the Tascam. If you're on the home screen, go to Input, and we can see we've got our external input. It's activated. It's on channels 3 and 4 right now. I will touch the little microphone above that, and then I will scroll down till we see EQ.
Now you can select one of these presets, but I want to do this manually, so I'll go down here and I'll hit manual. And the moment you select one of these, the EQ will be active. So I'm going to hit manual. And as you can see, I don't have anything boosted or cut just yet. But as I make changes to these, you will hear it in real time. So we'll grab the high end and I'll just kind of increase that. Checking 1, 2. I'll grab some more high mids, which is currently set at 4 kilohertz. And we will increase that. Check 1, 2, 2, 2. And in this environment where I was using this, I actually needed to cut some low end. So we have our low shelf set at 150, and then we will dial that back. Check 1, 2. And then over on the low mids, I had about 1.5 kilohertz, and we dumped some of that because you get a lot of mid-range in those silent disco headsets. So we can see here as I make changes to this, the sound of my voice will change. So basically you just use this while listening on the silent disco headsets to get the sound that you want to hear in the headsets. And that's pretty much it for this video. I hope this has been helpful. Go out there and play with your audio toys, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.